And it won't happen. I think it's proven by now that he's going to maintain his level of play, you know, that fearless sort of attitude. He does the same thing all the time. And it's up to you to see if you can't stop him, if you can slow it down at all. I mean, now he's added the aggressive high five into his repertoire trace, right? Like, he's really pushing the envelope. He's trying to instill fear into his opponents. You don't want to lose and have to deal with that high five.
I almost feel like at the moment we have like a little bit of deja vu to last year, because like now, like, look, the Donk conversation is its own entity, and obviously we're always going to have it. But now, yeah, it's not going to end. He might dip in a map or two here or there. But the conversation we had about Spear coming out of Katowice last year was like, holy shit, look how deep this roster is. How are you supposed to beat them? Zontix is solid whenever he's called upon. Magix is stepping up whenever he's called upon. Shiro's one of the best operators. Like, we had this conversation last year, and now coming in again, we've seen Donk start slow. We've seen Magix play really well. We've seen Zontix play really well. Now the pieces behind them are there to pick up and actually delivering in situations when they're called upon. So yeah, the talking point, the main talking point is always going to be Donk. But once you get past him, there's a lot of strength in this team still.
Yanko, let's pick up right where he said Shiro,
yes, I know,
best opper. Thoughts?
Yeah, on the team, he's the best
okay,
hopper,
yeah, fair.
Right? I think that goes with
one of the best hoppers.
One goes without saying. No, but I think it's just a lot of questionable statements there. Maybe Zontix, some would say he's a CT side merchant. Shiro, some would say doesn't have too much impact outside of his clutching in some of these biggest of games. I mean, the second most impactful player yesterday and at the major grand final was Magix. So we'll see. There's every next final is a chance for these players to change the narrative, and a great opportunity for that today.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I disagree with the narrative. Last year, I remember the narrative being that it is the Donk show, that the rest of the team's not there. And if we look at the other pieces of other teams, you know, I remember the conversation being about Na'Vi. You have the core of like the Bit, Imma, JL,
sure,
and like these are the this is the best